YouTube, good morning as well. Welcome back to another live session. How's it going? How's it going? How's it going? And let's not forget to type our yo. I've been doing that for the last 6 weeks now. It's tradition at this point. So I did take a look at the scans. I'm gonna write down a couple of the stocks here that I am looking at. And I will be watching at AMC today, so we'll start with that one. AMC, TUP, which I believe is like Tupperware or something like that. Then we have PXMD, which I believe we traded before. And lastly, as a maybe, KOSS. The scan doesn't look so good. It kind of reminds me of what we've been seeing last week. So, you know, today we'll have to wait and see what happens. And whatever opportunity we do get, we try and make the best out of it because it might just be limited, right? We might not see a lot. So we might get a stock to give a couple of candles, maybe 2 or 3 candles, and we got to try and get green there and get out, right? But again, we'll have to see, right? That might not be the case. We could definitely get a strong stock like we've had on Friday. In GFAI, we can get something else. So throughout the week, we still had opportunities here and there. It's just a matter of being in the right place, being aggressive in that short burst, getting green, and then easing off. So yeah, I forgot to hit enter. Well, there's the list there. I'll post it in the MMU chats, and I'll post it on YouTube as well. We already have Marcelo's detailed watch list, which comes out at 9 a.m. So about 20 minutes later, in case something else does move up, we'll add a couple more stocks just to keep an eye on. So Zay, what's going on? Tamimi, Don Juan, we got Big Steve in the building. Chan Z, what's up? Roy, Brad. So as usual, trend lines. So I'm gonna come here. I'll start with AMC. Why not? AMC is up 34%. I mean, absolutely amazing earnings a couple days ago, right? Friday into the close. I actually watched like the last couple of minutes of this. I mean, this was a nice move. Congratulations for anybody who might have been swinging, small position or big position. If you did and you're watching at this thing, especially if you're present during the earnings call, selling up here at $7, $8, if you're in like, 4 or 3 or whatever, it's a pretty good move, right? But of course, since then, we've been selling off. So today, if I'm watching at this, I'm not looking to get married to the stock. It's just, like a short-term move. If we see a couple of setups and it's obvious that we can get a bounce or a breakout or something like that, I'd be interested. I've traded this stock a couple of times before. It's a little cheaper right now, so we'll see if there is something, right? The daily chart, I don't really care too much about. I think this range between 5 and 8 is good enough. Again, all we might need is like a 30-cent opportunity if there is one, right? So that's AMC. Moving on to TUP, which is currently up 32%, 11 million shares of volume, 38 million share float stock, and there is some good relative volume, right? Volume compared to the last couple of days. So 134 for highs. The low of this pullback, it seems that we came down twice here so far around 11, which I hope we can hold above. Let's see, let's bring this across. So we had a small move on Friday. We've been kind of pushing up slowly since then, which is cool, no problem. Daily chart, TUP. TUP. Okay. I'd like to see 187. 155 could be resistance too, but 187. There's a couple of candles going back to April 13th, around that range. The 200 is at 352, which probably not going to happen, but maybe could be a place to, watch out. But I think 187. Was that a drop off? Yeah, we had a drop off on April 6th. So the high of that range is 87. So we'll see. And then again, 352 for the 200 EMA. All right, looks good. What else do we have? PXMD. Where's this one? PXMD up 24%. Up 24%, 8 million shares of volume, 2 million shares in the float. Another stock here where the pre-market chart doesn't look, amazing, but it's up a little bit. So we got 119 for highs. The very first low was around 89, and then we had lows around 95. Okay, so in the shorter term, we had 95 for lows. Can we hold up our levels from there? This is also, again, a stock we've traded a couple of times in the past. The 200 EMA is currently at 201. So I'm going to turn on my screen recording. Let's go ahead and open up another OBS. I got to remember to update my OBS. There's usually some pretty good stuff in the updates. Okay, looks good. Yeah, so for those of you on YouTube, right, as you guys are tuning in, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. If you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. And, let's get to it. Let's get to it here today. So lastly, we have KOSS, which, again, another stock that's kind of up a little bit pre-market, but this one started pulling back. We had a high point of 484. This one, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'll touch it at all. It just depends largely on if it curls up or not. We had after hour highs around 440. If this one doesn't curl back up, I have no interest here. But if we do see something good, let's say we get back above VWAP, break of 450, it can be strong into the pre-market high. Those type of things could be good. If not, then no problem. We'll just move on to the next stock. So this one is like a maybe. I'll have it on the back of the mind, like we'll see if it does anything. I'm not going to be watching at it specifically though. So if it hits the scans, I'll check it out. I'll also rotate over to it if I need to. So yeah, those are the couple of stocks I'm watching at today. I'll watch TUP into the open. And other than that, we can talk a little bit here about, why day trading is a risky business, right? So for any of you who are new to the channel, this is your first time checking out Relentless Trader, because the people who've been here every day, I say it so much, it's almost like I'm a broken record, right? The people who are here every day, they understand that day trading, like any other business here in the United States and business globally, really, right, is risky. Business is risky, and trading is no different. Trading is no different. 8 out of 10 small businesses fail here in the States within the first 2 years. So, day trading, a lot of our assets is liquid cash here in our accounts. And so, we have to protect our cash as best as possible. We have to be the best managers that we can be, because ultimately it's just us. There's no one here saying wake up on time. There's no one here saying do your routine. There's no one here telling you, to be accountable, right? It's just you and yourself. And so you have to understand that you have the control, you the individual, right? You guys watching on, all of you individually, you're your own bosses here, you're your own CEO, you're running this facility, right? And so you have to make the decisions. Sometimes it's not going to be easy. As you guys saw on Friday, I'm down 1,600 in less than 1 second. Sometimes it's not easy, but you have to do what's in your best interest, right? And so with that being said, do not try to copy trade me. Trying to copy trade me is the worst thing anybody could do. In fact, it's a 99.99 chance if they try to copy trade me, they'll just lose money right away. You have to learn how to trade the right way. Low risk, as the 2-minute warning is coming up. You have to learn how to trade. And you have to understand the style of trading to be able to be successful. It's not, oh, this guy hit the keyboard, let me just try and buy. As I like to say to the depths, if anybody ever dares do anything like that, you're at the mercies of the seas. You're at the mercies of the markets, and the markets are, of course, merciless. All right. So, trade smart, trade to the best of your abilities, trade the best opportunities. All right. Remember to not get yourself scammed. Remember that Relentless Trader and even the people that I'm around right here in the space, the guys at the team house, Marcelo, right? We do not invest money for followers or subscribers. We will never ask you to do mirror trading. We will never ask you to do copy trading. We'll never talk about options trading and investing money for people with options, Bitcoin, WhatsApp, Telegram, um, and other weird coins. All right, we're never gonna do that stuff. We'll never message you first, and we'll never ask for personal information or money. So if you see a random person named Relentless Trader just messaging you out of the blue, ding ding ding, it's a scammer. Guys, I'm day trading here. I'm doing other things. I'm not just messaging people. All right, so be careful. I know those of you who are here every day understand, but for the new people who are checking us out, be careful of the scammers. All right. So with that being said, let's trade to the best of our abilities. Let's be disciplined, and in doing so, we'll have a great day. So I feel good. I feel confident. I feel ready. So TUP, the stock I'm watching at into the open. Here we go. Sip of water, as it's tradition at this point. AMC, surprisingly, no volume into the open. Okay. I thought there would have been a little bit more action on that. I'm gonna also keep an eye on the chat too, in case you guys are watching it something else that I'm not like looking at right away. Some of these stocks I do skip over, and then they end up moving. Okay, there's the volume on AMC. Took a while. Seems like it's selling. The halt down is at 551. People probably just taking profits there. TUP, are we starting to move here? Oh, there's a big seller. If we break this seller, I'll take it. That was good. And there's a wall here of buyers, so let's see how far this goes. Might need a bigger pullback. There it is. I should have avoided that completely, but okay. Big Steve, are you taking these trades, Big Steve? This could be the low, I don't know, but we'll see. I guess we'll find out, right? Sometimes Oh, come on. I waited there a good time. I gotta be careful of the stock failing too, is always another thing. Huge bids. My size down. Are we failing? Like, how's our 5 minute? I mean, we have time in the candlestick. It's like, can we continue to hold here? I'll try with smaller size and a tight stop. At least this gives me a starter position if it does hold. If it doesn't, my risk is limited. And I can add to my position if the stock wants to be strong here. So on standby with big size to add aggressively if we can see good volume here. Is this it? I'm gonna add again. Can we continue to be strong? Maybe not. This, maybe I'm stopping out too soon. This is not bad. I did want to see more of a push there, but yeah, it's not bad. Low 33. Sometimes you got to give the stocks a chance, right? I mean, it's the 5 minute candle ended in great shape. There's another bid. Big buyers coming in on this one compared to like last week where we didn't see that many of them. AMC halted down. I guess a lot of profit taking there, right? I mean, there's probably a ton of people bag holding that stock, so yeah, that was quick. Uh, we got a new low. I'm gonna size down here, but I like this. There seems to be, let's see, what was that, 28? VWAP is at 25, but we'll see. So far, so good. Right now, we just have to try and maintain and then just try and add gains if we can get other good opportunities. The goal is to not give back. So we'll proceed with caution. If you're tuning in on YouTube, if you're tuning in, hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. There's the resumption on AMC. Seeing a lot of buyers, which is good. We might get a new high is my guess. It looks good. I should have had more size. Come on. Take us to the moon here. Good. New highs. New highs. Can we see it? We will. 46. 50. 50. So we got the new high. I should have definitely had more size, but yeah. Fair fill. We might, I'll ease off a bit. I'll size down here. It's not moving fast and decisive, so just to be a little on the safer side. I might need another order entry window to be honest. TUP, and it's gonna put a big position on this other side. Okay. Well, it's definitely strong, right? Alt level? Come on. There's some selling here though. We got a high point of 62. There. Oh, ooh, ooh. Whoa, my level 2 is freezing. What's going on? Come on. Why do we now? Like now, come on. It's frozen. I gotta pull up E-Trade. Are you kidding me? I need a level 2. That's not it. Time in sales. This is such nonsense, man. I have to just open up. Come on. Here we go. Finally. Missing opportunities. I'm telling you guys, this thing just froze out of nowhere. I'm gonna go to single screen quickly. Jeez, man. Paying $200 a month for this. All right, okay, we're back in business. So, the high point is at 65, 67. I might have to restart the platform is my guess. So be careful if you're using DAS Trader. Level 2 just froze completely. We got a high of 67. We're trying for. I'm gonna stick to small size. We're trying for high of day, but we might need a bit of a pullback. 63, 63, 62, 61. Might be a little late. 62. Okay, we'll take the couple of cents. Quick scalp. Feels so different to use this level 2 again. There's a big bid. Huge bid here, 61, and a buy. Tight stops. 167k shares. Now that's a big position. Tim Sykes? Is Tim Sykes trading this stock with all that size? It's kind of lingering. Oh, look at that drop. So it's going to come through. I think they might have canceled the order. So it looks like we're going to need a proper pullback. Time, 42. Very good. Very good. This might just go right back to the highs right here. Are we? Are we that strong? Let's see. Okay, maybe not. Let's give it a sec. Can't be overly aggressive, right? Can't be overly aggressive. Jeez. 63, 64. Big size, big size. Did I get a high fill? I probably did. It's going to the moon. Oh, my DAS platform is working again. Good. This is good. This is better. Took long enough. That is frustrating to not have that platform there. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Alright, maybe I'm a little too aggressive there. It's not really moving by a lot of sense. So are we getting top heavy or what? It should see 86, 87 right there, you know? Too aggressive. 70. We got to be grateful for such a good moving stock here today, to be honest. It's moving well. Are we going to see the retest here, or do we need to come back down? I don't know. I'm just going to take a position. Tight stop. Okay, tight stop. I do have 87, so I got to be careful around this range as there may be potential resistance. Potentially. So what I could do is like ease off a little more, size down even, just to like protect myself in case. But if it goes through 87, I'm gonna go right back to full size. If we get through 87, I'm right back to full size here. So how well are we gonna do against these previous lows that we just had? Can we hold up well? Let's see. I might even take a position. But yeah, yep. Okay, okay, okay. Tight stops though. I'm in kind of high. You know what? We're in kind of high. It's okay. Sacrificing trades for the potential resistance. That's okay. We gotta be okay with that. Because if I start to hesitate, exactly what just happened is gonna happen, which is me being in high, you know? So I need to wait, be comfortable again, and then get aggressive if the stock continues to prove that it means business here. How well are we gonna do? This looks like it's doing good so far. It's hard to not take trades here, to be honest. Mm, 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 mm. But losing its steam. Let's see. What could happen too if it don't? go? Is it like a 5 minute pullback? So we'll see. The candle's about to close in 2 minutes, like a minute 30 seconds. So this is like where it usually will let us know, like, is it up or down right here? So I'm open to both. I don't mind a 5 minute pullback, of course, or the new high. I mean, whichever one comes first, really, under the right circumstance, of course. Okay, good, good. Not bad. But how low is this gonna go is also a question, right? Oh, wow. That was such a misread. All right, I'm gonna ease off. I don't know where the bottom is, so let's stop taking trades. I thought it was 62, and we're here at 57. So I'll just wait. But I think this is healthy, right? I mean, a red candle on the 5 after such a big move, because we came all the way from like 118, right? So I think this is pretty healthy for a pullback. We just need the pullback to not fail miserably, and I think we should be good. I got starter size. Man, got it. We're just failing, you know. Are we on the backside and it's just failing? That's a very real possibility. But it came down so well that you would think, we'd bottom out somewhere. But again, it's still early though, right? So, but it's such a big pullback from 82 to 50, 52, it's a lot. So I'm going to ease off completely after giving back, I think, 150 off the top, maybe a little more. It's the thing with the market, you just never know which one's going to just go. AMC ended up just going down. KOSS, not much. PXMD, not much. And then TUP, like the only one so far. I'm gonna turn on this fan here. The AC for some reason doesn't want to turn on. Gotta go thermostat. I do have my level 2 still open on E-Trade, which is why I'm not using this other screen. But yeah. So there might be some scalp trades coming, right? Hey, shout out to E-Trade Pro, man. E-Trade Pro, well, it's maybe not be the might not be the best platform. It's not bad either, depending on what you're trying to do, of course, but all reliable when it comes to the level 2 not completely freezing. Although I will say it does have a slight lag to it. But once you figure that out, you can counter it by paying attention to the tape in terms of, where exactly you want to buy for the move. Once we're in that like trigger area, where you gotta pull the trigger and get in the trade. Can this candle close as a hammer candle, you know? And can we close it like 65 in the next minute and 30 seconds? If that happens, I think it might mean business. 50, 65, 68, 70. If you're watching on YouTube, we currently have over 500 people watching on. Guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. Let's get up there to 400 likes. Very aggressive like goal today. 400 likes. Can we do it? We're at 96 likes right now at 517 people. 400 likes. Can we do it? So the low of that last candle was 56. We got highs at 61. I'm going to start watching here as volume is coming in. Now or never. Now or never. Come on. Where are those bulls, KB? KB. Is this it, KB? Is this it? I'm actually selling my positions too soon, so I'm seeing. So really, I don't like that type of price action there. It's a little sketchy. So gotta be careful here. Do we need a pullback? Too soon? Healthy, fair. Although I might be in kind of high. Well, never mind. Yeah, pretty healthy price action right there, right? A nice quick move from like 56 to 70. It's natural and normal that we would need a pullback here. We gotta not botch the trades like we just did, so maybe a little bit more patience. Are we just failing? 57, bigger drop there. Not great. We're gonna give back everything we just made on that move up. Bigger loss. But see, this for a 1 minute pullback for me is just too big. Like I'd expect this to hold like 60. So we go from 57 to 70, we pull back to 60, and then we continue back to 70. But here we're at 43. Like, what's going on here? Maybe that's it. BBIG. Yeah, hitting the scans, right? I'm missing it. Yeah, nice move on BBIG. Being that we have a cushion, we could risk some money here. How's it looking? What's the volume? Do we have news? Good call out. What percentage are we at? 33%. Okay, 3.4 million shares of volume, 12 million shares in the float, good relative volume. Everything checking out so far. Daily chart, do we have resistance coming up? No, it looks like there might be room to 535, 549. Where are we at? 446. So another dollar a share. until we get to that range. Let's put this in blue. I had some intraday levels, which I can get rid of, as they're not going to be as relevant. So this kind of just came out of nowhere. A little tricky here. False breakout, big flush, and then volume just rips in out of nowhere. The algo is maybe starting a push there or something. I don't know. So if volume continues to increase on the resumption and there's room here, I think I could give it a shot. There are some levels to be aware of though, so I'm going to try and map out a few of them. $9.40. Time, we got halted at 57, so at 02 and 9 seconds, so we got about 2 minutes, 3 minutes. This is where I have to ask myself, what share size do I want to use? I'll need a share size where if it's strong, I can at least make some money, but if it's terribly weak, I also don't lose, a crazy amount. Like, for example, I would not want to lose 50% of what I have right now. So I'll have to risk with that in mind. Am I okay with a $700 loss? If I buy in an area, I think it's gonna just, flushes down instantly. Yeah, I think that's fair. So if I lose 50 cents, 1,500 shares, it's about $700. But if there's a good trade, we can make good money quickly still. And then we can increase size more if we need to. So I'll have another order entry window ready. And I'll put maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Put something a little bit bigger. Not too crazy though. Just in case, I gotta adjust to the price action and make sure it's smooth. So about a minute. For those of you in MMU, right, you guys know what we're looking for here. Will we see either a dip and rip, right? Will we resume higher, pull back? Will we resume lower? Will it resume sideways? Will we see volume continuing to get into the stock? You know what? I'm gonna actually do, yeah, time. We got a couple of seconds. KT, yeah, let's do this. No fear, no hesitation. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Here we go. Not bad. I was a little afraid of the hesitation, but not bad. The halt up is at 76. It's a little tricky. It's like the volume is like, it's a little, the volume is there, but it's coming in a very like patchy kind of a way. But pretty good. I'd say pretty good. I've sized down for now. Okay, maybe not. 68. Fills are not the best fills. My 89 for highs. Feel a little on my heels. There's a bid. Somebody just covered. Might get a halt up here. Ay, ay, ay. Wow. 14. Did not do well there. We'll see what we can't do in the next resumption. It seems like it'll get locked in. 17,000 share. Oh, false halt. Halt level's 23. We're chasing it down. At this point, I just want to see it get locked in. Halt level's right there, 23. I gotta start throwing out shares. I gotta start throwing out shares. Very good. Spreads are awful though. Spreads are not really good. I'm getting filled on the ass going in on the bids coming out in the areas of like, 5-6 cent spread. So we could be seeing a 5-minute pullback. So again, I don't want to be taking too many attempts here. We got a low of 67. VWAP is at 49. I did have resistance up there at 15 and then at 49. But I still think we're looking pretty healthy. Low of 67. A lot of good bids coming in there. I ought to be in here with more size, to be honest. 500 shares, you know, what is this for me? Like a daycare, right? I ought to be in this trade at some more size. And this, you know, the type of mindset that I'm trying to push. So we have to have stronger willpower than we do to fear, right? So we'll see if we get an opportunity. 15 seconds left in the candlestick. Actually, too soon, too soon. Better. But high fill, and they're still coming down. Are we going to hold? 63, 63, 62, 62. No. All right, easing off. That was a high fill. It wasn't good. I tried to re-average is what I tried to do, but the level 2 very indecisive. So aka I'm indecisive with the trades there too. But I did buy a little too soon at 70. Needed to wait a little bit more. That's how I could get caught in a flush by being a little too aggressive. But it looks like it might be struggling, but we're at VWAP, so this is kind of like the last place for me where I'd want to see it hold. If not, then, you know, again, we're probably on the backside. And it's been very typical seeing stocks just give one move and then kind of not really holding up after like a big move. So this is like in line with what we've been seeing last week, the week before. So lows at 53 will we hold up and curl up. So this was a lower resumption. Lower resumptions, I'm always more skeptical and caution. You know, there's a little bit more caution towards them. But it did end up giving a nice move. You'd have to be aggressive though, getting in for 40, 45 area, break at 50, the hold to 50, and then trying to hold it a little longer for that bigger move up to like 5 that we had. Hindsight 2020. The other one is that it's back at 60 TUP. Holy smokes, and I'm missing that big bid. Holy smokes. Jeez. Well, not good. That's a huge buyer. Is it a real buyer though? I mean, the stock is reacting well. 113,000 shares at 70. Let's see if it tests that seller. This will be interesting here. There's 73 on the bid, so let's see if they want to fill these shares. They might want to. Big spread. That buyer's nowhere to be found. Where are they? You just don't have 113,000 share. Okay, there it is. And then, be gone. It could fail here too, so you gotta be careful of that. Terrible fills. I really have to be careful with this stock. I can already see the buyers are coming in and then disappearing. So, is it being manipulated? What's going on? The shares are not staying there. So it's like if someone's putting out, hey, I want to buy 100,000, and then they're canceling. So is it somebody spoofing? Is it manipulation? There's the order again. Okay. Oh, I'm late. Come on, bids. Catch yourselves. Catch yourselves. Catch yourselves. Catch yourselves. Catch yourselves. Oh. Can we get halted? Come on. Put that big bid back into this halt level. Let's get locked in. Selling. There's so much selling into the halt level. I don't know. It's such a good stock, but then so weird at the same time. But hey, congratulations for anybody that took VWAP and might still be holding, right? Okay, here's the big bids again. So we got 90,000 shares, 38 to buy. Somebody's selling. Somebody's selling. Somebody's selling. Somebody's selling. Somebody's selling. Okay, it's locked in. That was close. About 80,000 shares sold, plus 80,000 shares sold into that halt level. I'm usually not so soft towards big bids. Like usually when there's a big bid, I buy immediately. But once that first buyer at 70 canceled, sometimes it could be that they're trying to get in, right? So they're going to move up the order. But a little tricky. And then it came through a different routes this last couple of times. The first order was like 100,000 at NASDAQ. The other one at 96. It was a bunch of different orders. So, but I'll look forward to being a little bit more aggressive on this resumption now that we kind of know for sure what the stock is about. Jeez. So if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the thumbs up. I'll be back in a sec. Yeah, I don't think I'll use huge size, but I think I like it. It's a little tricky, but I like it. As long as we can see this dip and rip, of course. Resumption, we got halted at 15, so 20 and 14 seconds. It just depends how it opens, where it opens. If we open up like a 6 or something crazy, I don't know. I can't help but feel like I don't know. It feels like I'm the only person that didn't do well here. It's how I feel like. But the price action, the caution is also what keeps us green long term. But it does also at times hold us back a little bit, maybe from fully capitalizing, maximizing profits. But the short sellers are on the run. And so Relentless traders getting ready. Getting ready. In fact, I'm still open, if it happens to be good, I'm still open to a little bit more size actually. Like I'll be down for that. But to start, just base size. 20 and 14 seconds. We got 157 likes for 500 people, earlier, 157 likes. Now we're in the dumps. We're in the depths. The like goal of 400, we can kiss goodbye. Anyhow, cutting your chatter. Resumption coming up. We're halted at 38. And we have 14 seconds. 10, 9, here we go. 5, 4, okay. High is at 78. Are we just failing here? Yes, it looks like it's just failing. So we could have got caught there for sure. And green 90 to red 70. Not good. Well, that was pretty weak. Now we got over to the level of 50 pretty easily. So this one just didn't have it in it. I usually don't like to take more than one trades, but I kind of gave it a shot there at 47. But right back down. Maybe a little too much selling, right? I don't know. Going into the halt maybe. But this could be a good place to call it. Decent green day, and we can head out of here. I'm a little disappointed to not capitalize properly on this stock, but that's more than okay. When the price action on a level 2 is showing me like a smoother, more linear move, I'm way more willing to just buy. Like that first resumption, for example, but it's like the volume is coming in a little patchy, is how I would describe it. It's like some people are still buying though. You do have this spread at 10-cent spread at times. Skipping. Come on. 60. You know what? If this fails here, I'm done. Roller coaster. It's a roller coaster. Can't get back to high of day and then do that, man. Like, come on. From weak to strong to then weak. I'm not so aggressive. I mean, some people will take that dip. I'm not that aggressive to be taking that type of dip. But you know, from what is that, 20, what was the low? From 17 up to 40, right? If you can get good fills. But from 74 to 17, you know, like come on. We don't need to be pulling back that much. If we hold 45.50, right now we can already be at $6. So now we have to try and recover the entire fill, you know, gap area from 5 to highs again. It makes me feel to just walk away from the stock. I've been red, green, red, green, red, green, so. But it's like that last trade I took where I'm like, come on, it's like in that area is usually high of day next. So it's like in that area, it's like, you know, I'd love to see it right away. That way, you know, okay. Because once the pullback happens in that type of fashion, and there's another bid, once the pullback happens, oh, there's more bids. That was a ridiculously high entry, but okay. Such a tricky stock, man. Do not go back down to 17, please. You know, it's like, can we hold our levels? Damn, these fills are just so high, into the moon high. We might not be ready yet. Okay, okay. Nope. All right. There's a bid there, not quite reacting. What a roller coaster. And so I didn't stick to my rule. Well, not let's not say rule, but my instinct of stopping. So I was gonna give back $190, but that's perfectly okay. If I'm gonna choose to trade, I gotta know that that's the result. If it's gonna be choppy. Ay ay ay, the pastor, the pastor. It's looking good. It's looking good in some areas, and then other areas just So again, choppy, but largely uptrending. It's 10:30 as well, so we'll keep watching. But we gotta be open to small size again, at least, the very least, if it continues to hold above these trend lines at like 550. We could see a shooting star kind of a candle here. A couple of different names: topping tails, topping wicks, gravestone dojis, I think, as well. There's a million names for these same candlesticks, but the definition is the same, right? Weakness, reverse hammer, all kind of stuff. Weakness is what I'm seeing here. Weakness. The candle has about a minute and a half to recover, so we'll have to get back to 50. The close is like a green doji. That way we kind of end with some buying, and it's more so indecision than just a very weak selling candle. Dashing trader, man, I appreciate it. It's a good green day here for me today. I'm not really. It'd be nice to be bigger green or big. Let's say big green on this stock, but I mean, it's just what it is, right? I mean, it wasn't giving for me for what I look for personally. If I was more aggressive, I think maybe I could have made money, but there was also some other areas where if you're just slightly too aggressive, then you could have been red. The fine line as usual. The fine line. So the candle's about to close in 20 seconds. No shares available. But is it going to be a quick pull down or is it going to linger for some more time? It's not a great short to go short there, but it's more so can we get a quick scalp below the low of the last. But there'll be some people trying to buy here too for a dip, so it could be a little bit of a back and forth. Mm, mm. Tomorrow again. We did good. Tomorrow again. So we're gonna end at 1400, which is a solid green day, and we'll be back tomorrow. So it looks like that's the breakdown. We got 15. Will we break below $5 as well? The only short that I see for at least how I trade is that like if you're watching really for a short, maybe like 570. But then, even then you'd have to get a good fill, probably like 62, 562, 565 maybe. And then there's still risk to high of day. So what's that, 17? Like 22 cents of risk if you're short in this area here. 22 cents of risk if you're short anywhere, let's say here, like in this gray zone. And can we break down and hope, if I'm short, I'd want to see it fail here. What are we seeing, a bear trap? Well, never mind. This short seller at 42 hanging out 21,000 shares. What are the odds this gets back to high of day? I think it's a very lower percentage chance. But it could happen, right? Maybe 20 to 80. So I think short sellers would be aggressive here. But we'll see. And there's that seller again. So whoever that is trying to get filled. Some people are aggressive, man. 20,000 shares is it's a good amount of cash. We had the other buyers earlier, 113,000 shares. So big money, right? Big money at the very least. Big money. So around $500,000 in the position. So as we know, they say 1/3 of the world's wealth passes through the markets every day. And this is only one stock out of like 10,000 stocks, right? And we have 21 million shares of volume. We've had earlier TUP, 70 million shares of volume. And of course, that doesn't even come close to the large cap stocks, the Apples and Amazons and stuff like that. On a day like Friday, man, and I could be read any day of the week. I don't like I never know when I'm gonna be read. I think positively, you know, I like to think that I'm competent, I'm disciplined, and so I expect myself to be green every day. But that's not the reality. There are gonna be days where I'm red, and I never know when I'm going to be red. But if we can come in here every day, do what we need to do, and be disciplined. For me, that's what makes me feel good. Even on a day like Friday where I'm red, it's like if I can just be disciplined and trade how I know how to trade, follow my rules, like it feels good no matter the result. Of course, being green feels better. It feels better, but it's still good. The day is it's okay, right? If I end red because I do those same things every day that I'm green, if that makes any sense. It's not that I did anything different. The market was just a little bit more choppy, right? And so on a day like Friday, there needs to be a lot that goes wrong for me not to be green on that type of day because the opportunities were close together and very frequent. So, of course, something like a big flush or something like that. Um, we lost like 1,600 instantly on that one trade. I mean, if we avoided that loss, the day could have been, an excellent day. I mean, maybe I think at worst case we would have did like 1,200 in the worst case scenario. But if we had avoided that loss and things could have been slightly different towards DWAC because I would have never had to size down again. I started red, so I sized down. We brought it back to small red, so we sized back up. And then the loss happened, so it's like, okay, let me just size down just to be safe here. But if we're to be watching DWAC instead of the other stock at that time, there's a high chance that day would have been like a $3,000 day because DWAC, I mean, this the pattern, the setup, even with 1,000 shares in that candle went up like $5 a share. That's the difference, man. Sometimes you're in the wrong place at the wrong time, but that's the fine line. I mean, it's like a tightrope walk, literally. This day trading here every day, it's like a tightrope walk. Sometimes it's something very small. It could be you, it could be the market, something else. And that could be the difference of a huge green day versus a small red day or a big red day. Or, you guys know how it is, right? No need to really talk too much about it. But I definitely feel a little unlucky on those type of days, but it's part of the deal. Part of the deal. Yeah, so yeah, for me, this is actually a good place to shut it down indeed. We came in, we did what we needed to do, and now we're gonna you know, take the money out of the markets and come back again tomorrow. For those of you in MMU, I hope you guys did well today. I'm gonna upload the archive. That way you guys can study up. I did upload Fridays, I think around like 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. maybe on Friday. So you guys could review that losing trade. On that stock, whilst we did have a double top at the highs, I take that setup all the time. I take that setup all the time, and I'll continue to take it even despite that type of loss. We're so green on that type of setup, like maybe if I had to just guess, right, out of our total P&L, probably like 25, 30,000 or something on that same type of setup. So, we'll take whenever the losses like that come, we'll take it. It's okay. But over the long period of time, when we compile the data, we're so green on those setups that, a slap on the wrist is nothing. BBIG coming down some more. So the short at like 525, if I'm to be like giving it a chance, it could have been a couple of cents, right? 20-cent trade. I don't think I'd be getting uh involved to hold it all the way to like 450. But it does seem like backside. I mean, it could, in another 20 minutes, the stock could be down there. But I'd like to take profits quick, so. But yeah, that's gonna do it. So on YouTube, if you're going a distance, continue to trade the best opportunities. Stay diligent, stay patient, wait for what you want, and then strike. All right. So do not take the lesser opportunities. Just wait for whatever it is that you know is good, and then you can try and capitalize. So again, tomorrow at 9:15 a.m. We'll come back and try to do the same thing. And I'll catch you guys in the recap, which will be out around 4 5 p.m. Eastern Time, market time. If you haven't already, hit the thumbs up, and I'll catch you guys later. It's been your favorite YouTuber, Relentless Trader, and I am signing out. So Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, take care, guys. ARMP. I don't see, well, I'm not even looking at the scans. I don't see it on the scans. If I'm getting sucked back into the markets. Nope, not touching this. AR, take it easy, guys.